Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you
Like,
want.
literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fashionably Broke Podcast, episode 126. And this episode, I feel like we have a really good topic to talk about. We are going to discuss style versus aesthetic.
Yes. So this is something that I feel like we've both been wanting to talk about because I actually saw a TikTok and I saw that you had reposted it and it like took me back for a second and I was like, wait, what? Like, what? And it really made me think about like the difference between like style and aesthetic, or if like aesthetic is a style, if style is an aesthetic. Like, there's just a lot of nitty gritty to like get into when it comes to all of this because I was actually kind of like shocked by it.
Yeah. No, but it was a really good topic. So the original TikTok was by... Okay, I'm just going to say her, like, handle. It's Riri... I
think it's just Riri Alice X.
Okay, Riri Alice X. And she posts a lot of stuff about, like, you know, just, like, style and, like, that sort of thing. But I feel like it was a really good, like, conversation starter just when you kind of break down, obviously, like, influencers and like what you see online, and like there is like a big difference between style and then I want to almost say like aesthetic as in like trend aesthetic, or just like, okay, you can have an aesthetic of you can own all this designer stuff and like you wear it all together, but like does it actually look good? That's up for debate, you know? So like I feel obviously this episode will be a lot of our opinions, and so obviously you take it with a grain of salt, but I feel like it's a really good conversation, or I feel like it's like a really good topic to spark conversation, and like even just kind of reflect on your own style of like, okay, you know, if you're really trying to build your personal style, it kind of makes you, you know, take a step back and just kind of like evaluate, okay, you know, I see where they're coming from, maybe I want to change this, or, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it kind of, I mean, when she sent the notes, I was like, then I started to deep dive into like all of my pictures and like the clothes that I own and just like stuff from over like the last few years, because I just feel like it's really interesting to kind of like break it down and like really take a look at it.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I wanted to kind of go over like what style is, or what most people think style is. So it's saying like personal, intuitive, timeless, and it evolves with you. So not really like trend wise. So I always like to think it's like how you almost like accessorize or add things to an outfit that creates style, because I feel like there's so many different things with style. And I think I kind of get boxed into the thing of thinking, oh, in order for someone to have style, it has to be something like so outlandish, or colors and patterns and textures and all of this, when it's not that literally whatsoever. Like it's your own personal style, because this actually made me sit back and think a lot. I'm like, do I have my own like style, or am I just trying to be like aesthetically pleasing? And I was just like, well, yeah, I definitely have my own style, but it's more just on, you know, the more mellow side.
Yeah, like muted down.
Styling.
I feel like too, styles also, I feel like you can kind of like look at it and like internally and almost do it as like dopamine dressing. So it's like whatever you're putting on, like if it's getting you excited, if like you love it and like you feel so good, not necessarily like, oh, this outfit just looks good.
Right.
If you're wearing it and like you feel super good and like super confident, like your whole mood changes based on like the outfit that you put on. I feel like to me that's like your personal style. Like that is your style coming through, because that is like you to your core.
Right. No, and I agree with that, because I think a lot of people aren't confident in what like they're wearing because they're just trying to kind of get in with the trend or what looks good or what they think everyone is wearing right now.
Yeah.
Even though like that's not what you really want to be wearing or what you're comfortable in.
Yeah.
But yeah, just as a reflection, a style is a reflection of who you are, not who you're trying to be. And I was like, oh shit. okay.
Okay.
He said, this is getting a little deep, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But even going into like what is an aesthetic, I was like very shocked by how like they're explaining it on here, kind of, because like now it makes me think of it as like a whole different thing. Like it's creating like a visual, like a aesthetically pleasing visual, like a visual identity. And I was just like, that's actually so true, because like you go on Pinterest or you go on Instagram or you go on TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, like they're so aesthetic.
Yeah, like,
but
it's
like I don't
perfectly like curated and like almost set up in a sense where it's like, okay, it's not 100% like natural. When I say like natural, as in like, you know, you look on Pinterest specifically and it's like, okay, no, like all of these items were like placed very strategically so that they could take that one photo, you know, if you're talking about things.
Right. Yeah. And I was just like, I don't think I've ever like seen someone in person and been like, oh, like you're aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like it's all just like, to me, like digital, like visual identity.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
a digital footprint.
Yeah.
It's like what you put out there is kind of like your aesthetic online, so to speak.
Yeah. No. So I was really kind of taken back by that, because I think it made me realize that like aesthetic for me, I just feel like a lot of it is just seen like online and only online, like nowhere else.
No, 100%. And to kind of going back to your question of like, you know, does style always have to be like loud and out there? I don't think that it 100% does. I feel like a lot of times people do put that in, you know, the box of like, oh, you know, they're wearing all of these crazy things, like they're stylish, you know, because it's like they put it all together and it looks really good. I think obviously, yes, people just see that a little bit more, and like that's what comes to their forefront, is because like they're wearing something either like louder or like they have like these crazy accessories on. But I think too, again, yeah, and you know, it can be copied, but like it can't be copied in like the perfect way. But I think that too, there's also style that's like a lot toned down, muted. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's, you know, anyone can put on a white t-shirt, anyone can put on jeans, but it's also like how you style it that makes it feel like you, is like what style is.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I just think obviously the styles that are more like out there are the ones that, you know, come to the forefront of what you're thinking like right off the bat. Because I even thought like back in high school, I feel like I used to style things like so much better.
Oh, I was literally like
I
in
just
college,
had
I was
things
like,
to like
whoa,
piece together in style, which I will say like my style has become a lot more simplistic over the years, that's for sure. But I feel like something that I've like really connected with and tried to grow on and like get more of is like jewelry. Like I've always been a huge jewelry girl. I've always loved adding that into an outfit. I don't think any outfit is complete without some kind of jewelry on. Like that's just the forefront of things, of what needs to happen for me to be like, okay, this is a good outfit and I want to move forward with it. Shoes too, I mean, that comes into play, but I feel like I'm really big on like jewelry, and I think that will like make or break an outfit when it comes down to it. Like I see an outfit and that's the first thing I realize is their jewelry, and I'm like, I'm sorry, where did you get that from? Because I need it immediately.
Yeah, no, 100%. And two, I don't, if you're watching the YouTube, you can tell that we do have some bright accessories on, because one of the main topics that I feel like really sparked the conversation has been Poochie summer, which we all know, I've talked about it before, I do love Poochie, but it's become such like a hot thing this year that, you know, people are walking outside and decked out in Poochie head to toe, and people are like, okay, yeah, sure, those are good pieces, but that's not a style. Like, you aren't styling them, you're just wearing them, which is in turn, I feel like, aesthetic.
Yeah, because she was saying also in the TikTok being like, you basically just took that outfit straight off the mannequin. Like you walked in and said like, I want all of that, and I want to, you know, wear that exact same thing, where that's more of like, you know, just taking one idea and you just wearing that idea rather than like styling it in your own way. If that's adding jewelry, if that's adding like a layered piece in, if that's adding a belt, like I think that's kind of what a lot of people are like steering away from or thinking that like, oh, this
Like,
looks
they're doing that, but they're not actually. It's literally
Right.
just like control, copy, control, paste.
Yeah.
Like exact copy. And so like, you know, instead of them buying like, you know, a piece or a few pieces from Poochie, just for example, and then like wearing them in completely different ways than like how they saw it in the store, like instead they're just literally wearing it the exact same way. So I just thought it would be funny that we wear some Poochie inspired items for this episode, just because I thought it would be a good gimmick.
I know. I'm wearing mine on the side, and I told Maddie, I was like, Maddie, I don't really think this is my style.
I was like, it's not, but you have to style it.
Right.
You have to style it in the way that you would want to.
Exactly. This is the way I'd want to style. I just like a tan or black, white,
Yeah.
sage green, something a little more toned down. But I mean, I love a blue. It's summer. It's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, you can barely see mine because I'm sitting down and my shirt's covering half of it. So that's fine.
Hey, but that's totally okay.
Yeah, but I think that's even what we've seen a lot, you know, even within like the past like 5 years, I would say is like copy paste. Like you go out and there's multiple girls in the same top or multiple girls like with the same outfit ideas, just because there are so many, you know, influencers now where they're like, oh, I want to dress, you know, exactly like that. Give me that exact outfit because I think that will look so perfect on me. And I think, Maddie, going back to you saying like your style is like what you kind of feel like best in. I think that's like what we're lacking a lot of the time because these girls aren't feeling their best when they go out because they think, oh, she looks so good in it, so it's going to fit me the same way. It's going to look the same way on me. And that's just not the way things are.
Yeah, 100%. And two, when it kind of comes down to like the influencers, I think that people don't necessarily take the time to be like, okay, I really love that piece that they have on. You can buy it, but then I feel like figuring out how it fits into your style. And two, I feel like another thing is like, truly, there really is no quote unquote like individual, like obviously people are going to own pieces that you have, or like, you know, I feel like now in everyone's closet, you have like some sort of trendy item that you saw go viral. I'm probably wearing half of them, but I think that that's okay to have in your closet. And I feel like it's perfect to have in your closet as long as you can style it in the way that you feel comfortable. And like, that's always my goal when I'm going to my closet. Yes, I have like a ton of items. I feel like that, you know, a bunch of other people have, but my brain going into like picking out an outfit is like, okay, how can I wear this? Number one, in a way I've never seen anyone wear it before.
Right.
Or like, okay, can I pair this, you know, this with this? Like, how will that look? Like, will this look cool? And so I feel like a lot of times people just don't necessarily, I don't want to say like care, but they just don't really put intention behind the way that they're dressing. And I feel like dressing intentionally is how you find your style.
No, I agree. But I also agree that there are tons of people who aren't so much into fashion as we are. And they just don't really care. They think this shirt's going to look great and that's that. And, you know, that's
like,
what they want the look to be.
Okay with wearing it just directly off the hanger.
Yeah. Yeah. So we understand that there's people like that as well. But if you're really, you know, looking for your style, trying to venture out, trying to accessorize differently, just look in the mirror, and if you're like, I love this, wear it out, because no one else's opinion matters. There's no time for the like, oh, what's everyone wearing tonight text. No, that's so
bad about that though.
So 2020. Like, what's everyone wearing? Like, sending all of that, sending inspo, and it's like, no, just wear what you wear what you want to wear, show up and go out. And you know, someone who I think has been really good about that is Ashton Earl. Because she's like, I hate getting this message. I hate always feeling like we all need to be like within the same like aesthetic, almost like within the same group, within the same style of things. She's like, I've just started wearing what I want to wear no matter what.
100%. I feel like too, how I answer like that question is, oh, I'm wearing this. Like, not like, oh, you know, I was thinking, well, okay, I'm very indecisive, so I do like to ask a lot of opinions, you know, but I feel like at the end of the day, I always put on, you know, what I want to wear.
Right.
But I'm just like, no, I'm wearing this. Like, this is what I'm going to be wearing, so you can show up how you want, but this is how I will be showing up.
Choose your outfit as you please.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What would you say, okay, well, sorry, I'm kind of skipping ahead, I think. So one thing too that I feel like I have, it's kind of like hard to, I don't know. This might be kind of hard to explain, but like I feel like I feel like I have style.
Yes.
I feel like I have style. But I also feel like I do sometimes play into like aesthetic, just because too, sometimes when I get dressed, like I do want to play like a character where I'm like, yes, this is 100% my style, but like I don't wear it every single day, or like I don't dress like this every single day, but like today I'm in this mood, like this is how I like am wanting to dress.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes I feel like I definitely teeter the line of like, okay, like, you know, this is style versus like, okay, this might be a little bit more in that like aesthetic box, but then too, just trying to like accessorize and just like add, you know, little hints of me in my dressing if I'm going a little bit more of like playing a character or like performative dressing than, you know, like just fully just my style. And so like I feel like it's a good balance, and I feel like everyone kind of has, you know, a little bit of aesthetic, a little bit of, you know, obviously a little bit of style. So like I feel like I definitely teeter the line.
See, I think I'm more like the aesthetic through and through. Like the more and more I think about it, I truly think I am. But I'm like, it's just so like pleasing to me to walk to like the mirror and just like see like a monochromatic outfit or like the perfect necklace to go with it or the perfect shoes. Like I'm just such like, but I think it just comes from like the minimalistic type, the type A. Like there's just like something about me where like mixing colors, mixing patterns, mixing textures, like sends me into a spiral.
Yeah, she's freaking out right now.
Like it absolutely like sends me into a spiral. So I think people like obviously think like my outfits are like more aesthetic leaning, but like I would like to say like I add my own.
I think that's your style, not like I don't think it's aesthetically. I just think that that's your own personal style.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes in certain aspects there's definitely blurred lines.
But I think that's where like I'm getting aesthetic. Like confused because I'm like, oh yeah, like this is like my aesthetic and this is what I like to see and this is what I like to create. But I feel like there's such a teetering line of like style to like aesthetic or like what you're trying to like visually represent. And like this is why this TikTok just like I can't digest it.
I think too, I was like really thinking about this on the way home too, is like I just kind of like thinking about me, like I feel like I know I have style. Like I know I can like put together outfits. I can like come up with stuff on like the spot, being able to like, you know, if I only have a few different options, like I can put something together that like, I feel like, you know, I'll love or someone else will love. I think too, where we run into, I mean, obviously the name of our podcast is Fashionably Broke. I think that we have style. We just don't have the funds to, actually fully achieve that style. But then I too think that sometimes that's where people run into like the more aesthetic, because you know you can buy name brand stuff all day long, but if you can't put it together, if you can't wear it, if you can't style it, that's not style. That's more so aesthetic. Like, oh, I'm wearing all Gucci or I'm wearing all Chanel. Yeah. Okay, well, you know, you're wearing a matching set. Okay, that's cool. You can wear it together. Obviously, you know, I wear matching sets all the time. You wear matching sets all the time. But then, like, in turn, can you separate the pieces and be able to style them on your own? Or you just really can't think of, you know, a way to style those items.
I guess that makes more sense, too, when you put it that way, is, like, you have a set, and it's like, do you wear that set
together all the time?
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing every single time. Like, you know, it's going to look good, this and that. But like you said, like, can you take this and pair it with a jean or pair it with a short or linen pants? Like, there's some things like that where I'm like, okay, wait, like I do
100%
have style, and my brain does work in the way of like, I can mix and match. And like, honestly, like, I think that's what I'm really good at, because like, you look at my closet compared to Maddie's closet, like I have
I
like
just have a lot.
a fourth of what Maddie has, which like you could probably go to my Instagram and be like, you actually wear the same shit over and over. But like I actually think I'm very good of like pairing different things to make it look like a completely different outfit. And people would never know, like, oh, this is from the set I wore a week ago, or you know, this top's from this, but you pair it so differently and style it so differently that no one even knows that those were the same pieces, because it's a completely different vibe overall.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because, like, too, I feel like, but I also feel like I'm pretty good about, like, breaking stuff up. Because, I mean, of course, you can catch me, you know, buying some trendy stuff, 1,000%.
Absolutely.
But I feel like, too, yes, it can be trendy. But if, again, you just know how to style it, it can outlast that trendiness, if that makes sense. Like, that polka dot set, for example, I know I will be wearing that till the day it does not fit me anymore.
Literally.
Because I feel like there's
It's so cute.
million and 10 different ways that you can wear it. And like, I mean, you know, I wore just the skirt. Obviously, I wore the set this weekend. But then I like was already thinking about different outfits with just the top, more outfits with just the skirt. Like, I feel like if you can really take something, you can take trendy pieces or you can take a set and like be able to then style it 10 million other ways that will last you forever. That's like
Jesus
style.
Christ.
We're frozen in time. That's okay. And we're back. But I think that's like kind of like another one of like the main points is like, I think too, specifically when you look at like celebrities or like honestly sometimes some influencers, it's like they're buying something because, you know, it has that tag on it. It has that like specific brand.
Right.
And like, you know, they wear it, they just wear it. Like they're just wearing it off the hanger and like they're not actually like styling. They're not personalizing that piece in a way that like is true to them and like shows who they are. So I think that a lot of the times, like, that's where you kind of get that, like, almost, you know, miscommunication in style is, like, you can keep buying stuff. Like, you can buy. But then you also, like, need to be able to rewear it. And I feel like, I mean, I've gotten 10 times better about, like, rewearing stuff. And, like, yeah, I do buy very outlandish, loud items, but like I feel like that's just like what I have always been drawn to and like what I am drawn to. But like I figure out ways that I can keep wearing it.
Right.
And like, you know, really include it in my personal style, whether it be, you know, to go out, have fun, you know, casual day, even to work. Like there are so many pieces that I'm like, you know, I bought it and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to wear this to work. And I've like made it work.
Right.
And I've been like, oh, wait, no, actually I can 100% wear this to work. Like, like what do you mean?
Yeah.
You know? And so I think that too, you know, kind of like playing into that, like that loud style. I feel like that's where a lot of people are like, oh, well, they just have style because like, yes, they are styling pieces that are probably a little like really hard to style. To some people, you know, where it's like, okay, but that piece also isn't their style or like their, you know, what fills their cup up.
Their
you
vibe.
know? Yeah, their vibe. So I feel like too, that's like another big piece is like, yeah, you can buy all the designer, but like if you can't style it, then like you're just buying the aesthetic. You're buying the name tag and like not doing much with it.
Right. So what would you say like your personal style is?
See, that's like so hard to like, I feel like describe because I do have like a million like different styles.
But like if you were to like sum it up into like
I would
3
say
words.
Playful.
Okay.
I would say chic.
Okay. We might have
I don't
two
know if you
different
would, but I feel like I own a lot of
definitions.
stuff that is like chic and like, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, playful, chic. Sorry, I'm gonna say chic. And what's a third word? Third me. I'm just kidding.
My
Me.
style is me.
Myself. I mean, I don't want to say fun because like I can dress like very serious when I need to.
What was the first one you used? Playful playful,
Oh wait, I have them written down, and am I about me?
Oh, okay.
Let me pull that up. You go
in your
while I
bio?
pull it up.
Well, I would definitely say mine is obviously chic as well. I would say I just don't know the right word for like, I don't know, like monochromatic, if that's even like a way to
I would
describe
just say, like,
a style.
neutral.
Yeah, but I also do love like a colored monochromatic. Like if I were to do anything in life and like anything that like fills my cup of tea, like it would literally be a monochromatic look no matter the style. But yeah, I'd say chic, neutral, and
Because I think neutral is still like, if you're doing a monochromatic moment with color, that's neutral. In that outfit, that is a neutral, because that's the color that you're playing with. That's how I would describe that.
see, I just would not describe that whatsoever. Like I don't think an electric blue could be a neutral.
But like if you're playing on other blues, like your neutral tone is blue.
Okay. Yeah.
Think outside the box.
Right. So chic, neutral, and I would almost say like modern. I see like a lot of girls like thrifting and like wearing like vintage stuff, and like I just don't think.
She's like, I don't wear clothes that have been used before.
Anyways, but I would say like modern, chic, neutral.
Okay, I'm going playful, chic, bold.
Oh, bold. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is very much you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm just,
I love it.
But I feel like it's, obviously everyone has like their own style, and I think that like, you just like really have to like figure it out, and it kind of takes time for you to like, obviously like figure out what your personal style is. I also think it's important to like try something new that like you wouldn't necessarily, because then if you're like, I hate it, then okay, then you hate it. Like then that is obviously not like your style. So then like you can go in a different direction. If you're kind of like, I have no idea what my own personal style is, I think that it's okay to try different things and to, either push your boundaries or like tone it down a little bit. If you're kind of like, well, I want to figure out what my personal style is, but I don't even know where to start. Okay, honestly, start at one extreme and then you work your way to the next. Like, I think that it's important to like try and like test out different outfits too. I mean, there are outfits that I'm like, I cannot believe like I walked to the house in that. But like at the time I was like, you know what? I'm doing something. And, looking back, I'm like, oh, wow, yep, you were doing something. I don't know what it was, but you were doing it. But then I feel like it's kind of gotten me to the place of like where, I'm at. Obviously, my style is still kind of developing. I don't have the funds to like fully dress in exactly how I would love to dress, but I feel like it's just, you can work with like what you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes like I've been really thinking about like just keeping this like neutral, like modern chic style or like transitioning to like something different. Like there's just something in me that wants to be able to wear like floral dresses that are like maxi dresses, but I'm just like, I just don't think that's me.
But I think you're pigeonholing style and aesthetic. I feel like you can incorporate that into your style in different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be one or the opposite. I feel like it's playing on just different things, adding pieces to your closet, and then like really testing yourself. Like, can I style this in my own way? I feel like that's like an important part. Like a key part too, again, where you're kind of testing like your style. Like, okay, it's like you really like it, but you're like, oh, I could never wear that. No, I think you just need to figure out how you would style it for yourself. Mic drop.
Literally. Okay. Yeah, and I definitely agree. I just feel like I've never, like, that's what I'm saying is like, I love it on like other people, but it's also just like you said, like the funds for it, like it's so hard to like buy something out there because like what if I hate it and then I'm just like stuck with it. That's like my biggest thing is buyer's remorse, and it's a disease around here with me. Like I actually have buyer's remorse for like the stupidest crazy things that you would never even guess. But I do want to start branching out or doing something a little different just to like mix something in with my style to like make it a little more playful during like the spring and summer, and then, you know, just really go into it in the fall with my neutrals, because I just feel like that would be chef's kiss.
Because I also think too, kind of maybe not changing everything in a different direction from what you were saying. Like one thing too that I've really noticed, obviously, you know, really talking about influencers and like posting online and stuff. I have pieces in my closet that I've had for over 10 years, that I've had literally since high school, that like I mix in and like wear every now and then. Yeah, majority of the time it's to work, but it's like I'll post a picture and everyone's like, link, like I want to buy it. And I'm like, there's no link. Like I'll tell you like what it is. It's this old, but like you can take that, you can use that as like inspiration and find like your own thing. You know what I mean? I feel like that's too something that like I kind of wish like we could bring back or like kind of shift like social media towards, because I feel like nowadays it's all just so, which again, I get links, obviously it's like how everyone makes their money on social media, but I feel like too what I like to use social media as, and like, yeah, of course I'll buy stuff off of links every now and then, but like I do like to draw inspiration from like different, you know, influencers. Like I feel like I follow a ton of people that have a huge range in like their style. Like it is all different. A lot of it's different even from mine, but like I like to use that as like inspiration. Like, oh wait, you know, I would have never thought to like style a piece like that. Like I really like that one piece she has. I wouldn't style it like that, but I feel like I could style it this way. Or like, oh, I'm gonna like keep an eye out if I see something similar to like what she has on, or like, you know, that one top that she had on, or bra or shoe, you know, then I can take that and then I can style it this way that I came up with.
Right.
You know? So I feel like too, I think it's great, obviously, with social media, because I feel like people need to draw inspiration and, again, not kind of copy paste.
Right. Yeah. I think that's what it's all about, is drawing inspiration, making it into your own thing. And then people will draw inspiration from you and make it into their own thing. So you just look a little more different when going out, and it's not literally copy paste. Everyone's in, you know, jeans and a white tank.
Yeah.
That everyone is, you know, circled around. But even like accessories adding in, or like a shoe, that can make it different.
Yeah.
Because like we all know I go out in jeans and a white tank. Well, because it's just mixing it up the way I feel.
I was about to say, yes, I do own like a lot of like crazy clothes, but then I also like, I do really like accessories. I mean, I have 1,000,010 purses, and I switch out my purse all the time. I have 1,000,010 pairs of shoes. Like I feel like I've, you know, started to like build up my jewelry and just like different accessories to like really take an outfit to like the next level, to like really make it your own. I feel like accessorizing, and you don't necessarily even have to like invest in a crazy wardrobe. You can really just like look at your key accessories. Like, how would you like to accessorize a t-shirt and jeans?
And sometimes that's also half the fun, is like scrolling through like ASOS or Zara or even Amazon, trying to find like dupes of something, or something that's like, you know, quite similar. Obviously, you know, you can't afford like this that the influencer is like promoting, because it's like a $500 pant or jean or like dress, but it's nice to like go over there and like try to find a dupe of some sort, or just making it your own way of like, oh, well, I can switch this or do it this way, and it still gives, you know, that same vibe.
Or even find something that you like even better than what the person that you're taking the inspiration from. Like that is always, again, I feel like where you just have to like really draw inspiration. Because I feel like too, I mean, obviously now certain influencers, you know, they are wearing thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
It's always the stuff that I love so much.
It's not accessible to the everyday person, but then being like, okay, you know, I really liked that cut of the shirt, or the style of the shirt, the cut of the pants, the pattern of the pants. Like, you can most likely find something super similar, or something that you like even better, and be like, oh, actually, I'm kind of glad I didn't buy that, because I found this and I love it. Yeah. So I feel like, again, just kind of like really having to look at it as like drawing inspiration, because that's how you're going to learn how to like create your own style.
Yeah, stuff. And my thing is, like, there's nothing wrong with, like, having, like, a pleasing aesthetic. Like,
Oh, no.
let me tell you, I eat that shit up. Like, I love going to a profile that is so aesthetically pleasing, and, like, Pinterest is, like, honestly my happy place because, like, everything just flows. Like, everything is just amazing. It's, like, almost like a deep sigh where it's like, oh, like, I'm so glad to be here in this aesthetically pleasing site right now. But yeah, no, I just think that it was such a cool TikTok to go off of because, like, it really did get me thinking about, like, the difference between the twos or the similarities they have, or, like, what to fall into and what not to fall into when it comes to all of that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
No, that's good. So I Maddie and I wrote down some top influencers that we think, you know, have really great style, or some influencers that we think have, like, a good aesthetic to them, just so you could kind of pull some inspiration off, like, oh, like, this is what, you know, styling looks like compared to, like, the aesthetic of this. Obviously take all of this with a grain of salt because this is our opinion of the styles we like and the aesthetics we like.
But I feel like we actually have a really good range of, like, I didn't write everyone down, but like I said, there's a lot of people that I, like, look to their style, and they're all polar opposite of, you know, of each other, and then even how I dress. But I take different inspiration from each of them to be like, okay, I like this that, like, she normally does, this that she normally does, this that she normally does, so on and so forth. And then being like, okay, I can draw inspiration. Like, if I'm, you know, trying to pick out an outfit and I'm like, I don't have an idea in my head of what I'm going to wear, because, like, I always have to have an idea. I can't just, like, go in and not have one.
Maddie, like, she will always have something in her head. Like,
I have to, or else an outfit will, like, I will just go out in a t-shirt. Like,
it's always going 150 miles per hour of, like, the next outfit that she's wanting to wear every single day of every single minute. Like, all the time.
I have to, or else I'll literally stand in my closet being like, okay, I do have all of these clothes. Now I'm just like, okay, how, like, I feel like it's like how I want to style it. Obviously, like, outfits don't ever, like, always work out. Majority of the time, probably not. But, like, I always, if I have something, I always just try to, like, think of what I have in my closet, and then I try to, like, create a few different outfits so that I can try on. Obviously, I always have a favorite, and then it's, like, really hard to, like, vary from that favorite. And then when that one doesn't work out, then I'm like, you're kidding.
You're like, no, like, my life is over.
And I start to freak out. But then that's kind of where I started to go and, like, obviously rewear different things and, like, again, just trying to style things, like, differently. I'm doing a huge closet clean out. I need to like, get rid of the stuff that I don't wear, because there's a bit that I've, like, grown out of. It just doesn't fit my style anymore.
Right.
But I still have it.
I feel like that's a little bit of everyone. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
We'll work on it. So an influencer that I put on here, she is a little smaller, which totally fine, but I've been actually loving her stuff, and I feel like you would never
I would
picture me to love her stuff.
So her name's what? Kitty Murphy. So y'all have all probably seen her, because like, she's blown up literally within, like, the last week. She posted a hilarious TikTok, which, like, basically was, like, her saying out loud what a lot of us think in our heads when we put on an outfit and we're, like, not feeling our best, and, like, we just feel like, you know, a little chunky, a little not just feeling right and tight, you know? And so, like, I sent it to Kassidy. And then since I sent it to you, she's been, like, all over. But then I've just been seeing you, like, all up in her shit. And I'm like, I love it, though, because her style is a lot different, but I think it's very unique.
Yeah. My thing is, like, I'm absolutely, like, obsessed with it. First off, she's hilarious. And, like, to me, she gives off, like, very confident vibes. And I honestly think that's, like, half the battle when it comes to style and, like, wearing what you want and going out in what you want. Because she's, like, I would say she has, like, a bold, playful style, like
does.
Maddy. But there have been, like, so many pieces where I'm like, oh my God, like, I love that. Like, I can tone that down, like, in my own way. So I've been eating her shit up. Like, literally, I followed her, like, maybe a week or two ago, and, like, I just, like, cannot stop watching her videos.
But she's hilarious, too.
Yeah,
like,
she really is.
She has the cutest clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing. And I've loved every single thing about her and just like how she styles things, like what she adds to them. And it's very, you know, bold and out there. And like, you know, maybe I'll start dressing bold and out there. Like, who knows? I might
Even if
start
it's just
adding
like
in some.
a tiny piece, like a bright pair of shoes, or
Yeah.
you know, something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, another one that you wrote down, which I was like shook, which I know like she's very polar opposite of you.
Oh, yeah.
But this is one person that I do constantly go and look at, but I think it's just in a sense of just like inspiration, because I feel like if I'm ever feel myself in a rut, which like I feel like last winter I was literally only wearing like black and browns and stuff, which there's nothing
Whoa,
wrong
is that
with
an
it.
issue?
No,
What do you mean?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I like want to incorporate color, but then I could not think of any ways to like, I just was like really stuck.
Yep.
Creatively. But Briley King, obviously, if y'all know who she is, her style is very much hers. It is very out there, but I mean, it literally just works. Like, I don't know what that girl always is dressed to the freaking nines, and it's something that I feel like majority of the people would never put those outfits together, but like she literally she kills it every single time.
That's my
Every
thing
single
is
time.
she's one of those people where it's just like that just like works, and you never would think it would work until you see those two like pieces together and you're like,
Holy shit.
oh,
That's
like
the cutest outfit.
maybe I could do something like that,
Yeah.
or maybe I can put my own twist, or you know, maybe I can actually wear, you know, this together and that together when I thought I would never be able to wear it. So I think she's just a good like inspiration of like her own personal
She is-
style, because like my thing is like I would never wear what she wears, and that's just evident, point blank, like proven. But I think she's a perfect person who does what she wants, wears
Yeah.
what she wants, and pairs like what she feels best in together. And like
It works so well.
like I'm saying, half the battle is the freaking confidence to be like, no, this outfit actually looks
Yeah.
amazing. And like, I will always believe that. Like, if you don't have the confidence, like, yeah, people aren't going to be complimenting you left and right. People aren't going to say this or that. But like, when you go out there and you're like, no, I actually look amazing, you'll be shocked at like how many people will recognize your outfit and like love that look as well.
Absolutely. Okay, another Nashville person who I have been following for years. I love her. So her name is Mary Mettenberger. So basically, her dad used to be an NFL coach, and she married an old LSU football player who was playing in the NFL. And then he started coaching for Alabama, and then now I think he's a high school coach back here in Nashville. So she is kind of like I feel like she is. I pigeonhole Mary with Briley. Like her style is very much her own. Like
Yeah.
she wears. I mean, I am obsessed with her style. Like the pieces that she has, and like you see her style these pieces over and over and over again in completely different ways. Like it's really, I always look to her for like inspiration on like, okay, if I'm feeling stuck, or if I have this piece and I'm like, okay, I really want to style it, and like for some reason I just can't think, I always go look at her page, because like that girl knows how to work her closet. She really does. And like she has, I mean, the craziest style. Like she's a really, really good follow. And she, a few years ago, just decided to do this full time. She had a gym here in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
She has 2 kids. She's an avid runner. Like she changes her hair like every other month. She is like really like such a good person to follow for inspiration.
Love.
Yeah.
And then one I put on here too, which I feel like people are like probably going to be like give and take between like, oh, does she really have like her own personal style, or is it just like the aesthetic of it all? But like acquired style, and even Danielle, like both the twins, I think they have like great style, in particular like styling like more elevated in like work attire. But I'm like, talking like business professional. Like when they were going into the office all the time, I mean, obviously specifically Danielle, like I loved like all her outfits. Like she looked very put together, but still had like, you know, her own twist on it, her own accessories with it. And then Acquired Style, I just feel like I just like love her style overall, because she can do, you know, the bold out there things, but she also does like the neutral, like more chic look.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I love her.
Absolutely. Okay, another one I put down was Coco Schiffer. I think that's how you say her last name. So she's a stylist, and her style is very, it's, you know, very black, white, that sort of thing. But that girl can put together an outfit. I mean, obviously she's a stylist. I think she started out like a long time ago in PR, and she's kind of like worked her way up. Her style is, I mean, she is really great to like accessorize and go about things. If bold isn't necessarily like your route, she is like the perfect example. But then she can also throw in those like crazy pieces where it's still neutral, it's still chic, but she'll wear like a cigarette box hat, you know, and like it really just takes the outfit to like the next level. And she does play with like a lot of layering, a lot of different textures, but all the same color. So she's really great. And then another one that's kind of like that style, she does play a little bit more with like color and texture, is Emily Cox, but it's Emily with like an EY. If you are like really looking for some good outfit video or outfit inspiration, go to her TikTok. Her Instagram also has really good stuff, but she is the linking queen.
That's the girl, best. Nothing makes me more mad than like saying something and it not being linked.
That girl though, but like all she does is pretty much search online for clothes, and it's stuff that she doesn't even own. But she'll be like, I'm obsessed with this. Like it's on my like my wish list. Like I love this. She's also already starting to go into fall fashion too, to get ahead of the game. But that girl, she knows how to source shoes. She knows how to source like really good freaking stuff. And like to me, her style is very much like out of like almost like a Zara catalog, but like not really. Like it's she's very pretty much all monochromatic. Like very good at color blocking, and like she can throw in that like one fun accessory, but like it's also just the way that she like wears the clothes, she styles the clothes like on her body. I feel like it's really one of the main points of like why I look at her for style. To like she incorporates her hair in her style. Like she does the Olsen tuck all the time, like that is like her thing. But like again, that's changing up the outfit. That's like adding a different element to how she's wearing the clothes that like really makes it her own. So she is a really good one. She's like a little bit smaller, which I'm still surprised she's so small on like social media, but she is such a good one. Like I love her style. She's also hilarious. Like she's a mom, she's funny, she's says what she thinks, and it's great.
I was about to say, I need to look her up because I haven't looked her up yet, but I literally just followed Coco and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like my dream. So I'm even excited to like go look at these and see
because a lot of
what
them,
Maddie's drawing from.
You wouldn't think that I would be drawing, but like I love their style. Okay, and the last girl that I put, I need to look her up because her name's Madison. So I randomly stumbled across her. And I mean, like, her style, I am freaking in love with it. Like, I need to find some, like, really good stuff. But just the way that she styles stuff, she doesn't go, like, crazy over the top. She normally has, like, one element that's, like, you know, a little bit bolder. But a lot of her looks are too, like, muted down. Like, she just, like, can really put together really nice outfits. That I'm obsessed with. So she's also, sorry, I didn't even say her name. Her name's Madison Brookover. Her username is Madison224422. I love her style. It is great. So
Slay. Love that.
Yeah.
Well, y'all take notes. If we left their handle or their name, go look them up and see what kind of inspiration you can pull from them. So those were the top influencers we wanted to talk about that have style. And then we also just wanted to add in some top influencers that we think are like aesthetically pleasing, just so you can kind of see like the difference between the two.
Okay, one that I had to read about that one. That was on the topic. I put the Kardashians.
Okay.
But that was on the topic of you can buy the brand,
Right.
but like you have to
The
be able to
matching
style
set.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so one, and this is like not in, this chick. I love her page. I freaking love her page because she sources great dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And like that is where I go, where I'm like, okay, I don't know where to like buy a dress. Sources the greatest ones. Her name's Yasmin Davenport. I don't know, do you know who she is?
No.
So she's also hilarious. She's from the UK, and so she's always like, and then this, and like, she literally sources the perfect dresses. Like like her page is beautiful. Her page is very aesthetic. Like she literally, like her only videos are just her trying on different dresses.
Oh gosh, do you know someone? Oh, never mind. I'll say it next. Never mind.
That's pretty much who I put because I was trying to think. I was like, because I feel like I follow obviously I follow like a lot of the main influencers, but I follow a ton of like if I just see their videos and I really love their style, I follow them. That's who I follow. So
Yeah.
a lot of them are that I like constantly go to. I feel like are somewhat smaller creators.
This is something that literally just popped into my mind, like the aesthetic of just like I love going to her page and like even her brands like to me is so like aesthetically pleasing, and it's like almost like she's created her own aesthetic. Molly May.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely freaking just love everything she does, everything she wears. But to me, like that's, kind of what I look for when going in the aesthetic way of like, if I want to look so nice, so put together, so, visually appealing, I'll go to her even for like Instagram post of like, oh, how should I be posing or how should I take this photo? Like, I think she's always just very good with that. And then the last one that I wrote down was Hailey Bieber. I feel like sometimes she can fall into like the Kardashians, roam as well, just with like the brand of buying like the matching sets, the things, but like if you can't style it in the right way. But I also just think that she's very like, I don't want to say basic's not the right word. Like I don't mean that rudely, but it's very like, I don't know, because then like maybe my style is basic, like very just like neutral and like neutral. That's all I really have to say.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even say like, I guess modern. I don't know. Anyways, I just feel like Hailey Bieber kind of falls into like the aesthetic, which, sometimes I do love, like going to her page and seeing like everything just like perfectly curated, and like along with Rhode as well. Obviously like a brand perfectly curated within social media.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
And then I think that's all for my influencers that I have with style and aesthetic.
That's all I have.
Perfect.
I was really trying to rack my brain.
I know, I was too, of just like other ones that we could look into. But we hope y'all enjoyed this episode. We hope y'all can kind of dive into your own style, or just, have the confidence to really wear what you want, pair what you want together. And there's nothing wrong with being aesthetically pleasing either, because I really think that's me as well. So don't you worry. But like we always say, we would love for y'all to like, follow, subscribe on all platforms at Fashionably Broke, or if you even want to pull some inspo from our personal pages, at Kassidy Ray on all platforms. It feels so good to say that now.
And at Maddy Schweppy on all platforms.
But we will catch up with y'all next week. Bye.